Hello and welcome to Yayoi Kusama Exploring Infinity. If you watched the previous video, we already learned a little bit about Yayoi Kusama and her life and times. But let's just remember real quick that she was from Japan, the country of Japan. It's this island you see here on the map. The big island is called Honshu. And she was born in the green area there called Nagano in a town called Matsumoto. So she was born in 1929. This picture on the left here is her when she was still pretty little. And she went through some hard times. You know, the country went through a war. It went through rebuilding after the war. And during all that time, she found that she loved to do art. Of course, at first, her parents weren't too enthusiastic about her being an artist. They were worried that she might not have a successful career or make enough money. So they tried to steer her in a different direction, but she insisted. So at first they sent her to school to learn traditional styles of Japanese painting. And she had fun with that for a while, but eventually she wanted to move on to other things. And she became interested in modern art and pop art. So as she got a little bit older, in 1957 she moved to New York City. Here's some pictures of what New York City looked like at that time. And then in the corners are some of her paintings from early on in her career. So what I'd like you to do in this video is to look through the paintings that we talk about today and try to get some inspiration from them. Maybe there's something in some of these paintings that you would like to use in your art. This is Dandelions from 1985. It's one of her very famous works. If you want to look at it longer, just pause the video. All right. Here's Waves on the Hudson River on the left. I'm still seeing a lot of dots, even though it is water. Wavy and squiggly. Over here on the right is Petals from 1988. I think it looks kind of like flower petals, but I also think it looks kind of like dragon skin or reptile skin. It's pretty neat. It's one of my favorites. Remember, if you want to look at it longer, just pause the video. Here's Mushrooms from 1995, and she actually did a series of paintings of mushrooms. So she did several different versions of this kind of painting. I like this one a lot. Makes me hungry for some mushroom pizza. So as you can see, sometimes she would use a lot of bright colors, and sometimes she would use none at all. Here's another mushroom picture. So many dots. And of course, she didn't stop with just painting. She made all types of sculptures. And there's some of her large paintings here in the museum. Really cool stuff. Here's another example of her sculpture. Of course, this sculpture is a lot less colorful than her other ones, but it still uses a repeated shape over and over again. I think these shapes look kind of like potatoes that have grown into weird positions. And of course, she is very famous for her work of installation. And that's a kind of artwork where the artist changes the whole space that the viewer is in when they're looking at it. So they could change the floor, the walls, the ceiling, pretty much everything. So here's one of her infinity rooms. They're called infinity rooms because of the repeated patterns. It makes the whole room seem like it can go on forever and ever. That looks like her on the right there. That's actually a statue of her. But yeah, as she got older and developed her style more, she would even coordinate her hair with her outfit. That's some serious commitment to your art. Here's a really impressive infinity room. If you look closely, you can see there are lanterns hanging down from the ceiling, and the walls are covered in mirrors. I actually gotten to stand in some of these rooms when I visited a art museum in Pittsburgh. They're really fun to stand in and just get lost in. Here's another one. This one lets you see the door that you come in. Very cool. Remember, if you want to look at these for a long time, just pause it, take a deep breath, and try to imagine being in that room. Well, I hope you enjoyed learning a little bit about Yayoi Kusama and looking at her artworks for inspiration. So hopefully, after looking at these paintings, you found one or two that you like, and you found something in them that you could use in your own artwork, because next time it will be your turn to make art inspired by the style of Yayoi Kusama. So, can't wait to see what you'll make, and I'll look for you in the next video. Bye for now.